school Keely is getting a chance to do it.
There we go.
Argus in water.
Aye, Argus in the water.
Video, can I get a push on Argus?
Yeah, 2 scoops.
Roger.
Kylie, can you power cycle Argus compass?
Yeah, sure.
Are you back on your octans now? Yeah.
There we go, that's better. And you can reset your turns there.
Roger. 068 wraps.
Got Argus waiting on Herc because it's like a kilometer away from the ship.
Yeah.
Shits. Still no Herc.
Is Argus' sonar upside down? No?
Shouldn't be. I have it as...
That's something, that's not the target then, that's something else.
Yeah, set down. And where is Hercules? Should be showing up by
What
now.
about the gain?
Yeah, I can fix that. There we go, Hercules is up now. Okay. There you go.
I get Herc on 20 per on the sonar?
Yeah. Oops. Herc's on 20. Argus on 20. Can we confirm that the engineer sub-bottom display range is 200 meters?
It is, yeah.
Copy.
All right,
Argus
telestrator should
payout
have
55
captain's
meters.
key.
Yeah.
What was
I'm
that
not seeing
thing that was
Herc in the Argus sonar though.
A Delta 6? I don't know.
Yeah, I should see it there.
Should, yeah. I can mess with the gain, sorry.
Taking Herc out of auto, Iris, just a heads
See
up.
Argus and Herc.
There
There
it
it
is.
is. Yeah.
Hey, Will.
Maybe we can get a numeric
Ahoy.
keypad for
Can
up
you
here
confirm
too.
that Telestrator
What?
has closed captions on it?
Maybe we
Yes,
could
it
get
does.
a numeric keypad for up here too, if we're gonna do gauges digitally.
Very nice.
Do you want my keyboard that has a number pad?
Yeah,
I'll gladly give it to you.
yeah.
I'll take that one.
We'll
Why do you
switch
hate
later.
the numpads?
What?
Why do you hate the keypad? Number keypad.
Why do I hate it? I just don't like it. Well, I don't know. Maybe some people use it over here. That's why they gave us this special one.
I want the special one. Okay, well, they're gonna give it
I try
me.
to avoid typing in.
I'm cool
numbers.
to take it.
I'll stop 7-5. You guys ready for control?
Yeah.
Roger.
Ready.
Hey, go ahead and bounce it.
Bounce it.
Bounce, bounce.
Okay, you guys have it.
Copy.
Deck's going off comms.
Mission accomplished.
Might get to
Herc is in the box.
fire dive salvo.
You guys let me know
Yeah,
when
there you
you're
go.
ready for setting up a camera for the transect.
Oh yeah, we have a vertical transect, so we'll need to set up Herc
Well, I don't know
HD.
if that's possible.
Why?
Yeah, there's stuff on the
There's
porch,
a lot
right?
of stuff on the porch.
Oh.
Just a second, let me get this ironed out. Go for a 2829 or something like that.
Yep.
I see in the dive plan it's 10 meters a minute. Is that?
Yeah, that's our normal transect.
Oh, are we doing 10 meters a minute?
What?
Well, let's see if we can get a good
Yeah. First we'll see if we can get the.
field of
By the
view.
way, I'm
The-
turning your CTD on, the ONC one.
Fabio, I can't hear you on SPL.
You just have to have your mic closer, I think.
Just,
Slow down.
Get my volume. Can you hear me now?
yeah, go to
Bill?
10 until we get this figured out.
No.
Okay.
It's weird. Right about now.
I can hear you.
I can't.
Me neither.
Really?
Mm.
Yeah, you're coming in loud and clear.
Is he talking right to you though, or is he on SPL?
No, SPL.
On SPL.
There, I
Table,
can hear
are
you
you
now.
table 1 or 2? Are you table 1 or 2, top or bottom?
Bottom.
Bottom. All right, go ahead and give me a little test.
Testing my audio to the world.
So
Will?
Hello? All good.
do we want to try for the vertical transect with this stuff here?
I leave it to Fabio's discretion.
So that's the current view of the Zeus.
Yeah.
What if we zoom out of this?
Yeah, go ahead, Nova.
It is zoomed out.
Zoom in past it.
Zoom in,
Oh,
try and
sorry,
zoom in
okay.
past the arm and all this old
Sorry.
Like that?
Ugh.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, we
Okay.
can try like that.
It's like Star Wars.
I was going to say, it looks like a
We
winter
brought
storm.
our lightsaber on this dive.
Do you want the lasers on for the vertical transect?
It can be out actually.
Okay.
Okay, you get that, Kylie?
Got it off.
Okay, we'll go for 10.
Ish.
Let's see.
We're at about a depth of 120 meters.
So if we're descending now at 10 meters per second, what's the normal descent?
10 per minute.
10 meters per minute.
Oh, 10 meters per minute. Okay.
Maybe 20.
29.
Fastest we could do is 30. On the ascent, it's slower. We usually tried it for 15. Can make it slower or faster depending on how heavy we are.
Okay. Thank you.
Fabio, how do you analyze data from a vertical transect?
Well, you have, in general, you have a rough idea of what the volume of water you're covering in front of a sub, right? With the parameters of the camera.
Mhm.
And then you just calculate the SWAT of your depth, right, through the water column. Similar as with the, well, with the seafloor is a bit easier because you have the lasers pointing at the seafloor and you have the width of the field of view. So it's a bit easier to calculate the density. So it's estimating densities essentially. But if you,
Okay. Is there like some sort of fancy software that can count things for you, or?
Well, nowadays we have a lot of machine learning going on, so we automatically detect particular species. On our case, we are still not that evolved. We have students working on this data sets. So they're manually going through all the footage and identifying all the taxa.
Right, you have to build a classifier, right?
Yeah. So we are, for the benthic stuff, we already have lots of classifiers for some of the species that we have on our observatory. But this one's not. We have some colleagues at Mbari that have been doing this for decades, and they're now implementing some machine learning. So we're hoping to learn from them to potentially implement that in our routine.
Cool.
Automatically identify this and quantify, of course. That's one of the goals.
Yeah, so we're partnering with a cache over at iOS on that.
On the zooplankton scanner,
Yeah,
this scanner, zoo scanner.
2660.
I forget what it's called.
That's the zooplankton profiler.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of the device, but yeah, they have also machine learning. They're detecting.
Do you have to can you use the same classifier?
Well, they're looking
do you have
at.
to teach the software differently because it's.
They're looking at tiny zooplankton, right?
Oh, okay.
And phytoplankton. So they have special software.
2660.
Roger.
There's actually quite a lot of open source algorithms out there. Google, actually. Microsoft.
It seems like a big challenge to have to do it for each type of instrument, because I mean on the BC ferries we had that holographic microscope, and that's got its own.
Yeah, the conditions of the video are unique in each setting. So even on the seafloor, if you have different lightings or different the tripod of our cameras are a different height, and so yeah, you got to train. You have to have a batch of images from that particular condition to train your set.
Gotcha.
We actually have a neat project at Folger now going on. Folger Pinnacle. We have the 5 years of imagery of the reef, and there's a sponge right in the front of the field of view of the camera. I don't know if you remember that, but we have a student analyzing this 5 years of footage, and she developed a pretty nice algorithm because the sponge is behaving quite interestingly, varying with seasons. The sponge is contracting and expanding. And so we're, of course, trying to understand what's triggering that. And there's like storms and other chemical cues in the water. But most importantly, we learn how to automatically, because there's tens of thousands of images that we took from the sponge.
Right.
And we now have quantified when exactly the sponge is tweaking and changing shape. And so now we actually wrote a paper already that we just submitted, and now we're writing a second paper on the actual environmental
controls. Are you using principal components with all the variables?
Principal components for the environment?
Yeah.
Try
to figure out what
Yeah, we're using more time series analysis because, but we eventually will have to use some multivariate. A PCA could definitely be something.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what is driving that. So have you been able to, I mean, 5 years is a small time scale, I would think, for the sponge, but have you been able to assess growth within the contraction and
well, there's some ideas what they're trying to clean up of, there's a lot of the seasonous change, there's a lot of phytoplankton in the water, there's a lot of turbidity, so in the summer, and so this almost like the sponge is sneezing because they're filtering the water, right, through those coinacid cells. And there's the water flows through the sponge, and if there's too much stuff in the water, right, like phytoplankton and organic matter, they try to kind of clean themselves of the stuff by just kind of sneezing. It's kind of cool if you look at the time lapse of this. It's pretty cool.
Watching it go in faster time.
There's a bunch of other machine learning projects that are artificial intelligence